Today, I am going to explain the sexy movie called Bring It On. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. It follows the story of a cheerleading squad who are expected to win the nationals for the 6th consecutive year. But for the newly elected team captain, the road to the finals won't be that easy, as she will have to overcome a lot of hurdles ahead. Will she be able to overcome the hurdles and lead her squad to victory? To know what happens, watch till the end. At the beginning of the film, we see a young teenager named Torrance Shipman. She is going with her boyfriend Aaron to their school. Since Aaron is 1 year older than Torrance, he has graduated from school and is now going to attend college. As for Torrance, she is in her senior year. Torrance is part of a cheerleading squad, led by Big Red. Since Big Red is also leaving for college, all the cheerleaders are asked to vote for their next leader. After the voting is done, Big Red announces that Torrance is going to be the new captain of the squad. Torrance doesn't waste any time and begins practicing with her squad. They are aiming to win the national title for the 6th consecutive year. But during the training, one of the team members gets injured and can no longer compete. The next day at class, a new student named Cliff Pantone is transferred to Torrance's school. Torrance welcomes him and becomes friends with him. After class, Torrance and her squad hold auditions for a replacement. A lot of contestants give auditions, but none of them proves to be the perfect replacement. Just when Torrance lost hope of finding the replacement, a young girl named Missy comes there. She is a gymnast who impresses everyone with her mind-blowing acrobatic skills. Torrance is impressed by her skills and decides to get Missy as the replacement. So she goes to Missy's house to talk to her. There she also sees Cliff, who turns out to be her twin brother of Missy. Although Missy earlier agreed to join the squad, she now refuses to become a cheerleader, saying that cheerleading isn't her type. But Torrance and Cliff eventually manage to convince Missy to join the squad by telling her that they are going to perform at the nationals. Later, Missy goes to watch the Toros practice. But she leaves abruptly, leaving Torrance confused. Torrance goes after her and yells at her for bailing out. But Missy tells her that she doesn't want to be part of the squad that steals others' routines. Torrance denies the allegation and assures Missy that their routine is original. So Missy decides to take Torrance to Los Angeles to watch the East Compton Clovers perform. Torrance is shocked to learn that their routine is identical to that of Clover's routine. After the routine, Isis, the captain of the Clovers, confronts Torrance and accuses her of stealing their routines for years. Isis reveals that Big Red used to regularly attend the Clovers practices to record and steal their routines. Since the Clovers were struggling financially, they were unable to participate in the nationals. This was the reason why Toros won the nationals for 5 straight years by stealing Clover's routine. But this time, Isis informs Torrance that her squad is going to qualify for the nationals and show everyone how talented they are. Torrance is upset by this revelation, as she had no idea that the routines she used to do were stolen. She feels that her entire cheerleading career has been a lie. Torrance tells the Toros about the routines and suggests that they should change their routine. But the members don't want to change their routine at the last moment and vote in favor of using the current routine. So Torrance has no choice but to listen to the members. Torrance is confused about her situation and doesn't know what to do next. So she tries calling Aaron to get some suggestions, but he doesn't answer. After a couple of days, Torrance's squad goes to cheer their school's next home game. Everything was going as planned. But Isis' squad unexpectedly arrives there and performs the Toros routine, humiliating them in front of the whole school. So Torrance and her squad have no choice but to change their routine before the tournament, or else they are going to be humiliated again. The next morning, Torrance calls Aaron again, and this time Aaron picks up the call. Torrance tells him everything that's been going on lately. Since they need to learn a new routine, Aaron advises Torrance to hire a choreographer named Sparky Polastri. But to hire Polastri, Torrance needs a huge sum of money. So Torrance and her teammates decide to raise money through a car wash gig. They eventually manage to raise enough money to hire Polastri. But Polastri is not the kind of choreographer they were expecting him to be. He makes fun of the Toros by saying that cheerleaders are dancers who have gone mental. But he will help them transform and become more than just a cheerleader. His routine turns out to be much more difficult than the Toros expected, but they have no choice but to learn it. On top of that, Polastri also puts the team on a diet, saying that they need to be light-weighted for cheerleading. Torrance is confused by the entire situation and doesn't know what she should do next. One day, Cliff approaches her and asks her about her new routine. Torrance tells her everything that's been going on lately and that she is planning to quit. But Cliff boosts her morale by saying that she should do what she loves, irrespective of what others think of her. He believes in Torrance, so Torrance should too. After a lot of struggle, the Toros finally manage to learn the new routine in time for the competition. At the regionals, the Clovers also participate in the competition and woo the judges with their mind-blowing performance. Before Toros' performance, another team performs the exact same routine they were taught by Polastri. So when the Toros number comes up, they have no choice but to perform the exact same routine and end up getting humiliated again. Later, one of the officials from the competition tells Torrance that their choreographer Polastri has taught the routine to 6 other teams. At first, they thought of disqualifying the team. But since they are the defending champions, they are granted their place in the finals. But they expect the Toros to come up with an original routine, or else they will be disqualified next time. Big Red, who is watching Toros' performance, is disappointed by the team's performance and chastises Torrance for her inability to be a leader. She even says that her mistake as a squad leader wasn't stealing routines, but announcing Torrance as her successor. Torrance is crushed by Big Red's words and walks away. Aaron goes after her and comforts her. He recommends Torrance step down as the captain, as she just may not be the captain's material. Later, he drops Torrance home and tells her to reflect on his suggestion. Cliff, who has been waiting for Torrance, sees Torrance with Aaron and angrily severs his friendship with her. Before leaving, he gives her a tape that he made for her. Later, Torrance plays the tape, which is a song he made for Torrance to encourage her to do what she loves. So the next day, Torrance tells her squad that she is not walking away from her responsibilities. She believes in her squad and that they can come up with an original routine that will bring back their glory. The Toros agree with Torrance and decide to do their best for the nationals. They take inspiration from various dance forms and try to come up with their own original routine. Later, Torrance goes to meet Aaron and tells him that she is breaking up with him because of his inability to support her. On top of that, she also catches him cheating on her. One day, Torrance learns that the Clovers are not going to the nationals, as they were unable to raise enough money in time. But since Torrance wants to beat the Clovers at nationals, she asks her father to sponsor the Clovers. She then approaches Isis and offers to help, but Isis refuses her help. One day at school, Torrance approaches Cliff and tells him that she broke up with Aaron. But Cliff is still angry at Torrance and walks away. The Clovers finally manage to go to the nationals, after they wrote a letter to a local talk show host to get the funds. At nationals, both Toros and Clovers make it to the finals. Torrance tells Isis to do her best, as she wants to have a neck-to-neck competition with her. At the preliminaries, all the participating cheerleading squads give their best. Both Toros and Clovers manage to qualify for the next round. The next day at the final round, the Clovers give a brilliant performance and woo everyone with their mind-blowing moves. While watching their performance, Torrance notices Cliff in the audience, who has finally forgiven Torrance. After the Clovers' performance, the Toros perform on the stage with their original routine. Their mixed style of cheerleading turns out to be magnificent and the audience loves it. Later, the judges announce the names of the winners. The Toros take second place, whereas the Clovers win the nationals. Both the squads were magnificent and it was a close call. Afterward, Isis compliments Torrance for leading the squad and embracing their newfound respect for each other. Cliff also comes there and kisses Torrance, while the Toros celebrate another successful season. This movie ends here. Subscribe please.